What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Bros Before Shows. We have a special guest. We have Mr. Creek Wilson. Yay. He is joining us for South Mississippi Toy Fest. He's one of our guests, and he's going to sit and talk with us for a little bit. So, Mr. Creek,
Yes,
how
sir.
did you get into acting?
How I got into acting was my daughter. When she was turning 16 years old, she'd seen me grow up in a local theater here in Hattiesburg because we were living here at the time. And so I quit my job in sales, spent the summer with her traveling, and when she turned 16, the 1st of August, she goes, "Daddy, I'm tired of you walking around with your nose up my butt. You need to get a job." So I said, "Well, who's going to hire a 50-year-old man?" Now, this was 13 years ago, so I was 50 years old. And I said, "Who's going to hire a 50-year-old man? Everybody wants kids now." Anyways, she goes, "Well, why don't you be an actor?" One thing's led to another, and I've been blessed, very blessed, and here I am.
What was your first TV show or movie that you did?
The first movie I did was Cowboy Drifter, and actually they sent me out to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I did my first movie out there.
Very cool. That's really cool. If you have not noticed Mr. Creek here, he's in Twisted Metal. He is Mr. Slam in Twisted Metal. He voices several of the characters in Red Dead Redemption 2. And you were in, you're the Mariner.
Mariner Ghost in the Haunted Mansion.
In the Haunted Mansion. Now, question. So, that's a ride at Disney, too.
Yes.
Do they use your voice or anything at that?
Actually, I have been told that in Disneyland out in California that they have put my portrait up that they had in the movie. And
That's very cool.
so they're supposed to be putting it up all in all the rides all over all the Disney Worlds, Disneylands, but I don't know if they have yet. It's just I've been told that they did it out in California.
One of the cool things that Disney come out with was actually an animatronic Halloween decoration of his character.
Yeah, he's got to set up at his booth.
Yeah, and it is set up at his booth.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean,
really
who would have ever thought that 13 years ago when I just started out?
Yep.
So I have to thank my daughter for a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah. We'll get to meet her tomorrow, right?
Yes, she'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite role that you have done thus far?
Mr. Slam.
Of course.
I mean, that's the one.
That is the most.
That is the one I get recognized most of the time. Now, I have been in places and people's heard me talk, and then they just say, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" "I'm an actor." "Would you do voice acting?" I said, "Yes," and they recognized my voice on Red Dead Redemption 2.
Mm-hmm. He also was in Preacher. We were talking about that earlier.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was an experience, huh?
Yeah, I got to kiss a dude 17 times. Hold on. Let's clarify this. A 200-year-old vampire dude.
17 times.
17 times.
Yeah.
Took 17 takes. Now, let me clarify this. Scotty, you know how they do in the movies. They want to do
every angle they can.
Every angle they can. They move. It's a long bar, so we went from one end of the bar to the other end of the bar and back. So
You kissed him up one end and down the other.
I never thought about it that way. Well, there you go.
Sorry. That's awesome.
So where did you grow up?
Jasper, Alabama.
And that's where you're back at now?
For the time being.
For the time being.
My mother's very old, and so I'm back up there to be close to her.
And we were talking earlier because I like to go hiking and camping, and one of the areas that I go to is the Sipsey Wilderness, and it's just a hop and a skip from you there.
And the Bankhead National Park.
And the Bankhead, yeah. So that's I mean, it's so beautiful up there. We were talking about all the waterfalls and all that stuff, and something we just don't have down here in the South Mississippi.
We have potholes and kudzu. That's what
I still love it down here.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. You don't like the weather? Wait 5 minutes.
I know.
Yeah.
So you got projects coming. I know you can't say what projects, but you got some projects coming up.
Well, we're fixing to start shooting a series. Netflix and a few other streaming services are kind of fighting over it in a bidding war. It's called Broken Ashler. It's about the nowadays the Masons, the Freemasons.
Oh.
But it's about the bad stuff that happens on.
Oh, so this is not the National Treasure side of it.
No. And
Nicolas Cage ain't gonna be running around with that.
And I'm playing a biker who's kind of mean and everything else. So that's, that's stuff I get all the time.
Oh yeah, well you got you don't have the mean look, but you have the look for a biker, a cowboy. You have that look.
Yeah, the desperado. Yeah, trucker. Yeah, you got that look.
I appreciate it. Now I'm into my biker phase.
I understand. So we ask certain questions to all our guests about basically childhood coming up.
Okay.
What TV show was your favorite as a child?
My favorite was, I have to say Andy Griffith.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that because to say this, the man who played Goober, George Lindsay, he's from Jasper, and he was good friends with our family. Okay. And he actually graduated high school with my mom and dad.
Oh, okay.
So that I have to say that and throw that in there. But I would say my favorite was Batman.
The Adam West Batman?
The Adam West Batman.
Oh, the 60s.
They had all the, it was corny, but they had all the cool actors that was on it.
Adam West, all them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Adam West said one time, he's like, I don't know why all these new Batmans are like, I'm Batman. He's like, I wore a costume. You knew who I was.
He's like, when I walked in, people didn't go, who's that?
So Batman was my favorite.
Batman. That's a good one. As what's one of the first toys you remember as a kid?
G.I. Joe.
The big ones. The big G.I. Joes.
The big ones. I had the big Jeep, all the artillery to go with it, G.I. Joe, the tent, the whole works. And the amount of money that thing is worth today is ridiculous. Well, I sold it maybe about 10 years ago on eBay for about $400, and it was all in the original box and everything.
The box is worth that now.
Yeah.
And any other toys that you remember?
Had the old Lionel train set, that was metal, not the plastic stuff.
Had smoke that came
Yeah,
out.
they had the smoke coming out the stack. Yeah.
My dad played that more than I did. I got it for Christmas. So, I was big into really not G.I. Joe, but I was into more like Hot Wheels. I had all the racetracks, to do Hot Wheels, the electronic racetracks.
Oh yeah,
and stuff
the
like
Skrillex
that.
stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I reckon my hero at the time was Evil Knievel.
You and my dad both.
So I had the Evil Knievel, little one that and it'd jump and flip, and it'd still keep it going. Never
that's awesome.
flip over.
So Scotty was at Joe Fest a few years ago, and they were out in the lobby just playing with one. They were seeing how far they could launch it.
Well, see, I would have been out there too.
Me next.
Like
my
a
turn.
kid.
Yeah,
like
my turn.
Kid.
Well, we appreciate you coming and being a guest at our show, and sitting down and talking with us, telling us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I want to say, Scotty, you're behind the camera.
Yeah.
Can I talk to you?
Yeah.
Thank you. It's an honor that you contacted me and both of y'all to be, to get me here for the show. I spent 30 years in Hattiesburg. So this is the place I consider home, because this is where I raised my daughter.
Right.
So now she's grown and gone, and she lives in Jackson now, but still Hattiesburg, and to be able to come back and do something with y'all and Scotty. Two of my biggest roles I got when I did the call back and went and you was the reader.
I read off, yeah.
Yep, you was with Matthew Morgan, and great guy, love him to death. But you need to get back into
Oh yeah,
acting.
it's coming.
Good.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank y'all for watching.
Oh wait, as a special.
Oh,
thank
yes,
you,
yes,
a
I
special
forgot.
gift for you spending time with us here today. We made you a little something.
Oh, hey.
So you have your own figure now.
You turn.
And we say, we
Yep.
signed the back of it.
Signed the back of it.
too.
You got that zoomed in?
Yeah.
I love that. Man, look. All y'all signatures.
Yeah, that's a little something there for you.
That is.
Now, we couldn't find the prosthetic.
Sold separately.
Yeah, that was all it movie magic, okay? I love that. Gosh, thank y'all very
Yes,
much.
sir. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good one. Check out more of Mr. Creek's stuff. And he's got more and more coming out. If you've not seen Twisted Metal, if you haven't seen Preacher, if you haven't seen The Haunted Mansion, watch it.
The movie.
Look for it.
The movie
Red
Ma.
Dead Redemption.
Yeah, play Red
Movie
Dead.
Ma.
The movie Ma. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption too. If you see some guy, in the middle of the road talking about a certain subject,
Probably him.
Probably him.
all right, guys. Thank y'all.
Yeah.